Well, today's chat is about LinkedIn, and I've did a little bit of research about LinkedIn, and unbelievably, in the UK, we have 39 million users on LinkedIn. And the amazing thing about that is it's actually grown 10% in the last 12 months. So with social media, a lot of the traction they often get, takes time to build, but 10% growth in a year is very impressive. So today we want to talk about how to get customers on LinkedIn, and I'm building my own personal LinkedIn profile. I'm trying to post more, and it's hard work. It's not an easy job, and I must admit, you do get to a point where you don't know what to say. So I wanted to kind of start with, how do you make your profile stand out to a potential customer, Ashley?
Right. Okay. So I say it all the time. People buy from people who they know, who they like, and who they trust. So you've got to be you. So many people. The first thing that we look at is your photo, and people sort of think, oh, it's LinkedIn. I have to be really smart and goodness knows what else. And right, when was the last time that I looked really smart? And they go back through their camera roll on their phone, and they find one of themselves with their partner at a wedding, wearing a nice frock or wearing a nice suit or something. So yeah, we'll use that one. And just in the photo, in the background, you can see hair of another person or something. That's not a decent photo. Or they may have climbed a mountain, or they may have been outside the Leaning Tower of Pisa, or the Eiffel Tower, or some amazing monument. And there's a photo of them, putting their hands up in the air in front of this monument or something. You can't see that when you're looking at LinkedIn. So what we need is just your face. 60% of that circle on LinkedIn has to be your face. And if you put a strong color behind you, then you're going to pop out. So that's the key thing. Not many people do that. They have, photos of them holding their product. I saw one this morning of a guy holding like a billboard. Why you need me. Yeah. On my mobile phone, that image is 4 millimeters big. It just looks like a white dot. So we don't know who he is. So that's the key thing. So you need to stand out. Also, behind your photo, there's what's called the cover photo, or the banner, as I like to call it. And that is a valuable piece of real estate. Now, if you had a shop in the center of town and you didn't have a sign above your shop, everyone would think you're crazy. But that's exactly what we're doing on LinkedIn without a decent banner. And then other people have, if you're listening to this on a podcast, it's not going to work. But I just want you to hold your finger up and look at your finger, because your finger is the same size as my banner on your mobile phone. And if I make the writing really, really small, you're not going to know what I do. You're not going to be able to read it. And we design it for the desktop, but 70% of people are just scrolling through their phones willy-nilly. So that banner has to tell me exactly what you do. Now, I might not want your services, but if I now know what you do, when I'm talking to somebody that needs an HR consultant or somebody that's good at cleaning drains, then I know exactly who I'm going to recommend. But if I have to think about what you do by looking at your profile, then that's really not going to help. So those are two key areas, Daniel.
Perfect. And I know when you had a little look at my profile and you said you've got a smile as well. You've got a smile, and I was like, that is me smiling.
Yeah, absolutely. I was doing a review of somebody's profile. So this is something I do for free. So if you find me on LinkedIn, go and find my free resources and I will review your profile for you. And I do this little video and I look at your profile and I tell you what I see and explain it. And there was this lovely looking lady, but it was like her passport photo, but probably when she was extremely naughty and was in prison, and it's that sort of image. And I sort of like, as I was doing the video review, I went, oh, I'm sorry, but it does look like, and she sent me a lovely message back. I totally get the point. And thank you for explaining it to me. But I mean it with love when I say these things, but sometimes I do question what some of these photos look like, because it's the first impression. If you were going for an interview, or you were going to see somebody to close your biggest deal ever, are you going to turn up with shorts and flip-flops? And it's all about that. Now, you don't have to turn up in a suit, but as long as you're smart, presentable, and clean, that's what you're trying to do on LinkedIn. So you don't have to wear a suit on LinkedIn. Just be you. But make sure that photo's current as well.
Makes complete sense. Yeah, if you've got a photo from 15 years ago, And then when they join you on a Zoom call, they're a bit confused of who's
Who's
this
that?
person.
Is this your dad or something?